You either is or you ain't. You do or you don't. You can or you can't. Or you will or you won't. Either way, baby, a good man, well, he's hard to find. Hey, everybody, McGillbilly here.
And I'm Jamie.
Welcome to One More for the Good Guys podcast, where we're the good guys. And it's brought to you by Good Guys Cigars. If you're here for your first time, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for choosing us. If you could, hit the like, subscribe, and notifications bell. The reason the notifications bell is a really important one is if you like this content and you want to get more with all the rules and YouTube losing their mind over premium cigar and tobacco content, that's a surefire way for you to be able to keep up with us. And all of those above mentioned ways are a free way to help the channel. And they actually do help the channel. Along with, if you see something on here you like, or you agree with us on something, or you got something to say, post a comment. That also helps the channel. If you're coming back for again, and it's not your first time, you've been with us for a while, God bless you, first of all. And I'm sorry you have to feel like you keep putting yourself through this punishment, but we love you for it and thank you for it. Jamie, what are we talking about today?
Well, we're following up in our series of top cigars with our top natural wrapper cigars, which is kind of the middle ground. We've got a Connecticut and we've got a Maduro or aged. And now we're into the middle ground here, the natural.
El Natural.
El Natural.
All right. Well, let's, as always, we talk about what we're smoking first. I am smoking the EPC Carrillo New Wave Connecticut in the Brilliante size, which is a Robusto, a very traditional shape Robusto of a 5x50. One of my favorites. I haven't had one of these in a while, and immediately on light up, I was just like reminded immediately of why I like them so much. Such a good cigar. It's Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper with Nicaraguan binder and Nicaraguan and Dominican fillers. And Jamie, what are you smoking?
I'm smoking one of my all-time favorites, the Punch Classico Maduro in the Rothschild size. It's a brand that we talk about a lot that people kind of overlook, in my opinion. I'm looking at they make a natural too, which we don't have right now. But yeah, this says it is Connecticut broadleaf, Oscuro. The wrapper's Connecticut broadleaf, Ecuadorian Sumatra Oscuro.
There you go.
Maybe
Oscuro meaning dark.
Yeah. Anyway, one of my favorites. They rebranded the band on it. It used to be a different thing, but now it's this. And comes in a box of 50. And we got them in, and just everybody went crazy on it.
Yeah, great cigar.
Yeah, so the Maduro it's a 4.5 by 50, so it's just like a short Robusto.
Yeah,
as it were.
Like a Rothschild.
Yeah, Rothschild. Just like that, matter of fact.
All right. So, so that's what we're talking about today. Lots of different things can fall under that natural title, if you will. And we have several different examples of it right here today. Our first big example of a natural cigar that we really, really like, and it's probably one of, and these are, again, not again, but these are not in any kind of particular order of good, bad, or indifferent, or best, or the bestest, or the gooden to the goodners. They're none of that. But this one is our first one I would recommend, and it's good enough. it's a value cigar. It's a long filler cigar. It's probably one of the most affordable value cigars, would you say?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That we carry. And it's really good. A lot of our customers who are maybe first timers and or maybe not, what's the term? New hobbyists, I guess. So they've decided they like them.
Yeah, they
started
mode.
out. They started out with us as a first timer, right? And now they've discovered they like it, and now they're saving bands off of things that that they've had before that they'd like to have again. And this one comes up time and time again when I'm out and talking to folks, and that's the Flor de Oliva. This happens to be in the Robusto size. They make them in a Robusto, a Toro, and a Churchill. I think we've got just about all of them. This is an Indonesian wrapper over Nicaraguan binder and fillers. And one would ask, are these sweet tipped?
Yeah, I've heard that.
And they are not.
They're not.
But they have such a unique sweetness that again, the newcomers to the new hobbyists, I hear more and more, and even one of our really good customers who, orders probably a couple boxes a month from us. Oftentimes we'll get a box of these or a bundle. These come in 20-count bundles.
He's got good taste.
Yeah. Well, and here's the other thing. Like, this is one, if I'm going out for the evening to something to where I know it's going to be smoker friendly, and I take along, let's say, my little travel door that's will hold 5 sticks, I always pack either one of these or something like this all the way up to a real banger, because if somebody approaches and says, hey, I'd like to try a cigar, then I'm not out a ton of money. And I'm in the business as a retailer, so I can also offer them something in a compatible enough size, approachable size, and approachable in strength and flavor that, there's a chance they might like it and they might want another one. And I know where you can get them.
Great golf cigar.
Great golf cigar.
Because you're all the time, you're
yard
outside,
work, fishing,
yard work,
walking the dog. And another great thing that's good about these cigars are they're great for your wooden humidors. Your humidors don't work as well or as efficiently as they can unless you've got them 3/4 of the way full. They won't hold that constant, steady, good relative humidity percentage, and these can help with that.
That's right.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, because your cigar actually becomes one of the humidifiers.
Right. That's correct. And you've always got something in the tank, again, for somebody new to the hobby that might want to try. And it's a quality stick and super, super, super affordable.
Yeah. And it's one that you're going to smoke yourself, and you're going to be able to really say, hey, try this.
Yeah.
That's what we do all the time. I'll tell you another one on the list. We've talked about being the United Cigar dealer in this region for a while. And this one is along the same lines of that as far as price point and size, of course. And that's the United Cigar Natural, which is an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper. All right. Dominican binder, and the filler's got Dominican and USA. It's got some Dominican broadleaf, Dominican Seco, and some USA broadleaf in the filler.
Super little cigar, man.
Super. super little natural cigar. All of them, I like the Maduro on this as well. So
yeah.
But the United Cigars, and of course we tout their line all the time. And it's one of the things that we liked first and then started selling, which is pretty much most of the stuff. And we've just been super impressed with them. So either one of these sticks are going to be something you're going to want to carry around.
And that one's in a what, like a 5x54?
Yeah.
And the Florida Oliva's in a 5x50.
The Florida Oliva is traditional size, and this one's got a little bit bigger reading gauge on it. I like the feel of that, but still in the very similar price range, and they kind of feel the same area in the cigar spectrum, if you will.
Yeah, and these come in a 20-count box, so and beautiful cigar box with these and
red, white, and blue.
Yeah, and super affordable.
Yeah,
this is a great. Any of the United labeled brand are great options for everyday smokes.
All of them, all three.
All of them.
Yeah.
The Connecticut, the Natural, and the Maduro.
Yes.
But super value. They're a great value cigars, both of those brands.
Well, this next one, I put them in order of price.
Okay, cool.
Kind of.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the next one is one that was a surprise to us. I've said it a few different times now, but I actually watched Cigar Hound Dog and his review on this cigar, and it turned me on to it. We found a wholesaler that had them, and Jamie and I really didn't know much about. We knew about this brand, but we didn't have any real association with this brand. We certainly hadn't smoked many or hardly any of this brand. But this cigar actually made our contender list for Cigar of the Year.
Absolutely.
And the first time I smoked it, I looked at him and made the face of holy moly.
And then I smoked it after that and made the same face. Yeah. It's one of the cigars I remember exactly where I was.
Yeah.
When I smoked it for the first time. So that's saying something for it. That size is too, that shape and size is fantastic.
And that is the LFD Airbender in Natural. The only patented shape in the cigar world.
Whole world.
Lito Gomez, the owner, founder, president of LFD Cigars, La Flor Dominicana, came up with that and came up with that shape. And it's very unique. It's in the shape of a chisel, if you can see. Try to go real slow. And you just pop the sides, no cutter needed, and you're ready to rock and roll.
Great mouthfeel, too. Years ago when I used to play out and they would allow you to smoke on stage, of course, I didn't know anything and I didn't have any money either. And I would smoke Swisher Sweets or something like that with a tip on them. Yeah. And this mimics that mouthfeel. A little bit bigger, but it's that tapered down. And it's that's a fantastic smoke. That it would be on my top. It's definitely on my top 10 list overall right now, period. I mean, just in general. Yeah.
It's an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper with Dominican binder fillers.
So much like the United.
Yeah.
As well.
So sweet. Man, this has got a really, really unique tobacco sweetness to it. But also like sugary sweet. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
To me, and everybody's palate's different, but a tremendous cigar. It was a number 20 cigar of the year by Cigar Aficionado in 2020. So it's been around a little while, but blowed us both away. And, strength-wise, this one is probably, The Florida Oliva is probably about a 3 to 4. The United's probably about a 4 to 5. This is probably about I'd say this is a straight up 5, maybe 6.
Yeah. That's
strength.
that's about where, that's pretty good.
So all of any one of those 3 are very approachable by newcomers and or new to the hobby, whether you're a first timer and or someone who's slowly starting to work their way up to trying different blends, different brands.
Well, this next one, I forget about these a lot. I don't know why. I've got a box at home, and this is just
absolutely one of the best ever.
Best cigars in the world. It really is. I mean, my father, they put out everything that makes a banger. And didn't you say that one of the family members said, hey, if the daughter says, all right, you got one cigar to tell everybody about your brand, which one you pick. And she's picking the Flor de la Centilla, the flower of the Antilles, Nicaraguan Puro, Cigar of the Year in 2012, which is the year it debuted too. So it got a 96 rating straight out of the gate. And for to be that high of a rating and to be from this company, affordable too. I can't say enough good things about this. This is one of those that deserted island. What are you going to take with you and have to smoke all the time?
Oh, absolutely.
The Flor de la Centilla.
I think we did an episode of that.
Yeah.
Once.
And
that cigar made it.
Yeah. I've never sold this or gave this to anybody and them not come back and be like, whoa.
Yeah.
Ever. That's never happened.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And it's good in the Robusto size. It's good in the Toro size. We happen to have, we got the Bellicoso in this the last time that we got some in. It's great in this size too.
Yes. That's one of the ones that's great in any size for sure.
I remember this was one of the, probably within, I'd say within the top, probably within 5, let's say the 5th, before the 5th box that I ever ordered on my own as a smoker before we started retailing or anything. This was very early on. I had read about this cigar and never tried it. And, but by reading reviews and, ratings and all that stuff and how many different ones and different platforms that this passed on and that was cross-referenced by all these different lists, which we've got a great episode about. What are all these cigar lists and how are they good for me? This is the cigar that I found by using what we talk about in that episode. And I remember it, and it was just, it knocked me on my feet.
Just from the packaging all the way to the flavor, that's a perfect smoke right there.
And actually, if you were here and looked over my left shoulder kind of diagonally, that very box that I'm talking about is hanging on the wall back there. Yeah. Because it was that memorable to me. But, and I would say as far as the strength scale goes on that cigar, I'd say a 6.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Pretty tame for Nicaraguan Puro, really. Right?
Yeah.
Just, man, you can't say good about that right there. That's a Hall of Fame smoke there for sure.
Sorry, everybody, if I blowed your ears out on the audio portion of this. I just
we use compression, so that's not going to happen.
I just rammed my cigar into the microphone. This next cigar in a natural wrapper. This is actually, now we've had an Indonesian, we've had Habano, and Nicaraguan, and there has been obviously the Flor de la Santilla is actually says sun grown, which categorizes into the natural. What I'm getting at is you've had all different kinds of wrapper varieties in these first 4 cigars that we've talked about. And this one is no different. This is a Cameroon. And it is the Arturo Fuente short story.
Hemingway.
Yeah, in the Hemingway line,
right.
The short story size, yeah.
Do they make, I was going to ask you that, do they make that short story size in any other line, or is it just the Hemingway line? It's like, can I get a short story and say, I don't know, something else?
No, you can get them in. You can get that. I don't think so. They make what is the next, the figurado size, a work of art, I think it is.
Okay.
You can get it in that between the lines, the barber pole they do. Mm-hmm. I think you actually have one of those.
I do.
And, but they don't, I don't think this size, I think this particular size is only in this one.
Yeah.
Now the shape, they're in different sizes. Like the Rare Pink has them in this shape. But they are also, I believe, the same size as the work of art, which is a little fatter, a little larger than this one.
If I'm not mistaken, all of the Hemingway line is perfecto, though, right?
It is,
tapered on both ends like that.
Yeah, they have the short story, and then they have the signature, which is more kind of like it basically looks like a pencil.
Yeah, it's bigger. Longer.
It's bigger. It's a 6x46. And then they have they've got it all the way up into a giant, like a 8 by something. And I can't remember what that one's called.
But that's cheap.
yeah, right. I can't remember what that one's called, but my favorite in the line, they're all great. And we carry the short story and we carry the signature in the Hemingway line. And both of them are great, but this is my personal favorite out of that line. It's about a 25, 30-minute smoke. Great little size. Sweet, baking spice. You've heard me talk about this one plenty of times. But it's in a natural Cameroon African seed wrapper over Dominican binder and fillers. And quite honestly, nobody does Cameroon like Fuente.
The big one you were talking about, they call the masterpiece. It's a 9x52.
Yeah.
Wow. That's.
Yeah.
I like that signature size, the 6x46. Mm-hmm. So, speaking of Cameroon wrappers, along that same line, and like you said, the Cameroon, well, if I'm not mistaken, on the box, on the Cameroon wrapper for Fuente, it says natural.
Yes, it does.
Even on this one, too?
I don't think it does on that one, but like the 858s, yeah.
Yeah.
But it is.
Sure. Yeah. The next one on our list is also a Fuente offering. And in our joint opinion, the best Cameroon wrapper cigar in the world. I just can't. I haven't had them all. Okay. But I tell you what, this one, one of the sizes in this got Cigar of the Year 1 year. That was in the number 4. Let's see. That was in the Eye of the Shark. Is that what they call it? Or is that a different brand? Can't remember the name of it. Anyway, it's the
shape.
The Don Carlos. And this is in the Robusto size, I'm guessing.
And to be quite honest, I don't really know. Fuente stuff can be pretty hard to decipher.
It is. It is. But as far as the blend goes, this is also Cameroon wrapper, Dominican binder and filler. And this is like this on steroids.
Yeah.
The Don Carlos, which we carry in this size, which I guess this is, I don't know what they're calling it, but the Robusto 5 and a 5.2 by 50.
Yeah.
And man, best Cameroon cigar on this earth. right there.
Pull that back up just a second, because I just got a go up to that way to the larger size.
Presidente, 6.5 by 50.
I just got one of those in a and I'm anxious to try that size. Man. It's kind of like basically like a Toro size.
That's one you'll have to sit down for 2 hours with and kind of let that smoke soak into your body.
Yeah,
because it's going to be so good.
But they, we were talking about this just the other day. One of the sought after sizes in this cigar is the number 2, which is the torpedo. And it's like a 6 something by 52 or 54. You had it up there. Could you back me up on that? What is that?
5.3 by 52.
Yeah. Okay. So close. That is a good size. That's one of the most sought after sizes, and it's the number 2. And then they make a number 4, which is a little smaller version of a Bellicoso that I've had that was very, very good. Of course, they've got that Presidente and
the Eye of the Shark and the Eye of the Bull.
Yeah, which are 2 different sizes as well. We have in our personal collection, we got one of them. Well, you just smoked one of the Sharks.
It was wonderful, too.
Yeah.
It's basically the Bellicoso with a little bit of a...
It's a box press, though.
Yeah.
But it's kind of, as you were getting ready to say probably, and I interrupted you.
It's kind of shaped like the Washington Monument.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Good. Yeah.
It
very unique shape.
Yeah, it bugles out a little. And but I wouldn't smoke that and be like, oh, that's so much better than the Bellicoso, because they're the same, as far as flavor-wise. Size-wise.
Yeah.
And you can get the Bellicoso on a regular basis. If you get that special one, it's
Yeah, the Shark size is a lot more expensive. The even the number 2, the one we're talking about in the Bellicoso shape, it's more expensive, which was leading me to what I was getting ready to say about this one. We had traded some texts because you sent me a text that you were smoking it with the picture and the text. And I said, I can't wait to hear about it. I haven't tried mine yet. And basically, through a bunch of texts back and forth, we eventually came to the conclusion that out of all of those, this Robusto size is probably our favorite.
Yeah, I think so. And
just something about it. It's cheaper.
I've smoked more of those too. Another thing.
We've smoked more of them. There's not a big time commitment to be had. This is a very traditional, nice feel in the hand, good size cigar.
You can get them.
You don't have to have a cosigner.
Yeah.
To buy them. So that was what was leading me to that. But we came to that conclusion. Both of us said that we liked the Robusto the best.
And which, just to interject
for
something
a myriad
here,
of reasons.
Like that? Myriad. I like that. Plethora. One thing that I used to do as a new cigar smoker, I'd see it and I'm like, oh, I got to get it in that size. And then once the cigar hits number 1 or even top 5 on CA's list, the price goes through the roof because the demand goes up. My recommendation to you is to always, most of the cigars of the year they come in different vitolas, right? Smoke one that you can afford and get before you go out and buy a box that somebody else says number 1 that you might think is a dog turd. Because somebody else's number 1 may be something you don't particularly care for, right?
Yeah.
So now, in other words, you don't care for enough to pay $30 a stick for, is what I'm saying. So this is a good way to get into this premium Cameroon line with a Robusto. Try it.
Yeah.
We've tried them all, and this is our favorite one. And before I found a box of Eye of the Sharks for $750. Well,
yeah,
great. Try one first and see how it goes for you.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've definitely came up with that conclusion more times than not. But on the flip side of that as well, there are certain brands that we carry for a number of different reasons. Space being one thing, but we only carry in one size because we just feel like that's the best one. So that's to each their own. But Jamie makes a good point of being able to try things, and then you can make your own mind up of what you like and what's your favorite or not.
And the reason I said that, this particular cigar is what kind of made me come to that conclusion, because there's not a whole lot out there, in my opinion. Fuente stuff, I wasn't going to tell him when we met him, but Fuente stuff is a little, like you said, hard to decipher at the store. It's like, what is that? It says Fuente on it. If the box is not there and there's no description of what the hell is it? And for a long time, and I've had this conversation with you, I was like, well, is the Don Carlos Bellicoso the same blend as and it is, but that's not readily available information now.
No,
it's not like it. You think it would be right there.
Well, a lot of those, yeah, sure, you're 100% correct. A lot of them are very easily. A lot of them are differentiated by just, first of all, by plain sight. Different bands, different labels. Different colors, all that kind of thing. I think one of the greatest things, McAuliffe cigars, for instance, which is one we need to look at when we're at the PCA.
Also one that is very clearly labeled, and you can discern between the difference in them too, because the colors.
Yeah, exactly. They have the McAuliffe Black, the McAuliffe Green, the McAuliffe Purple, the McAuliffe Red, the McAuliffe Blue. Pretty easy.
Yep.
And when you're looking at, say, 2 or 3 shelves of Fuente stuff, by just visually looking at it, even somebody that's been around them as long as we have.
Oh, y'all talk about right now.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Yeah. It can be very, very confusing of even knowing what it is, much less if they make them, are they the same or do they make them in different ones?
That's exactly right.
Hell, just even finding the difference.
Yeah. Well, we have a really good customer. We were just discussing him that is a Fuente man, right?
Yeah.
And he asked for a limited edition for us to search for. It just came out last year, 25, that is. And I couldn't find it. I put you on it and you found it, but it's like needle in a haystack.
It was a TAA exclusive.
Yeah. And it's just.
And what that means is, they only make X amount of boxes for the TAA one time of year. And because Fuente is such a big brand, guys like us at our level, it's hard for us we're not going to be on the first of the list.
That's right.
Of, hey, let's get these special ones out to those guys, because
we're not a full line dealer.
We're not a full line dealer, number one. And number two, we're probably not selling the same amount of volume as like your bigger stores. Now, we maximize every drop of space that we've got to be able, in a 17-foot cargo trailer, we can offer properly humidified and taken care of in cold or hot weather. We can carry 5,000 sticks or 5,000 cigars. So that's pretty damn good and efficient as far as maximizing our space. But that's certainly a lot different than having a 220 square foot humidor, to where you you can keep things on the wall. You don't have to strap them down to keep them from falling over when you go down, and you don't lose your cigars and your fillings when you're going down and hit a pothole on 640. So,
speaking of that, there's going to be some potholes after this little stretch.
I'd say so, yeah.
Golly, it's like 9 degrees today.
Yeah, it's been cold. And speaking of, I'm glad you said that because I was thinking about this on the last episode we filmed. Your lighters, real quick about the cold weather. If you're outside and you're going to smoke and you're just like, and it won't light. Butane's cold already. All you need to do is just hold it in your hand for a little while, get the temperature up. You may even, do it like so and get your lighter warm, and, you're going to be able to fire it up.
Would you like me to give you the science behind that?
Sure.
The Jamaican science behind it?
Of course.
So butane is something that changes to a vapor at room temperature, right? At a temperature that, a lot of things like water turns to vapor at 212 degrees Fahrenheit.
No shit.
Yeah. So in this case, and that's why when you do, even when you fill your lighter, you fill it upside down.
Yeah.
So it's a liquid, and then it turns to vapor at a certain temperature, and it can't get to that temperature in this cold weather. So that's why you got to get a hand warmer, put it in your pocket, put your lighter in, and you can be able to light.
And if you don't, again, you can Mr. Miyagi it.
Yeah, that's right.
Just hold it and get it good, and just get it warmed up a bit, and it'll light for you. So, pro tip of the day.
Yeah. Another reason to smoke indoors.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and last but certainly not least on our list for today.
Yeah, you got all the particulars about this.
I'll pull it up.
I think I know it
I think
by
you
now,
did too. I was hoping you did.
I got it. Yeah, like Jamie said, last but certainly not least, one that comes in the natural variety. The only way it comes actually is the another United Cigar brand that we're so happy to have, and just absolutely delicious, is the Red Anchor. This is the Gunna size, which I believe is 6 something by 44.
I think that's right. It's your favorite one.
Yeah, this is my favorite. Now I haven't smoked the Commodore yet, which is my big Churchill, which is Jamie's favorite, which could very easily be mine too, because I'm a Churchill guy.
Could be my favorite just because I felt like I was big shit while I was smoking.
Yeah, well,
like
that's
$30
all right.
pop, but
that's all right. But the Red Anchor, it's an Ecuadorian Habano 2000 wrapper with Pilato, Dominican Pilato fillers, and Dominican binder. Great cigar, man. This is this is the next step up without going full crazy. If you want a special occasion cigar or a very an upper top gift for a cigar smoker to be able to give to them, this is your next step up.
Absolutely.
Of things that we carry.
And it has a great story behind it.
It has a great story. You want to tell them that?
Sure. It's the Red Anchor is the oldest cigar brand in the world.
1777.
Yeah.
Or 72.
Back yonder sometime.
Way back yonder. 72, actually. Yeah.
250-year legacy.
Yeah.
And thank goodness that Dave Garofalo resurrected it from dead, because when they were defunct, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you tell about the blend and how...
Hanky Kellner, who was Davidoff's lead blender since the 80s. I mean, anything Davidoff did for all those years, Hanky Kellner is the one who did it. Well, Hanky Kellner Jr., excuse me, let me go back just a bit. Hanky Kellner left Davidoff, and him and son started the Kellner Tobacco Group, and Hanky Kellner Jr. is the one who blended this cigar for Dave, for United Cigars. Dave had told him exactly what he wanted. Junior had blended that for him. And, of course, I guess as you do when you're getting your own blend, they have several different ones. I think they had 6 at this point or 7. And he goes, here's what you wanted. Smoke it and try it out. And Dave was like, oh, God, that's it. That's exactly what I wanted. It's great. It's perfect. I'll take it. And he goes, I want you to smoke this one now. And Dave was like, oh, yeah, you're right. This is the better. This is the best.
I'll stick to selling them. You stick to making them.
Yeah. So, good story. Beautiful presentation. Beautiful band. And like I say, I mean, any of these cigars makes a fine gift for somebody. But if you're looking for, I feel like the Red Anchor is at that, and I'm only going by price point. I'm not going on taste and quality, and which certainly is as important. But to a lot of folks, that price point is the thing that holds you back, right? This one is a step up, and it is in between that ridiculous price point of some things and your average price point of others.
Right.
Wouldn't you say
absolutely.
That's a good way to describe it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's in the Davidoff price range for the most part. And to get, even into some more higher price stuff, you'd have to get into selected tobacco or some of the limited edition stuff. And everybody, and I mean everybody that has smoked a Red Anchor has bought more.
Of our people.
All of them. And it's certainly a special blend. That should be, I'm just going to call it on the show, that should be the official cigar of Farragut, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Because one of the sizes is called the Admiral. Mm-hmm. And you hear that, Farragut? And you can only get it here.
That's right. And we can get them to you as fast as you can take them.
That's right.
So that's our top. Well, I hate to say top, but that's our natural sticks. Certainly our best sellers.
Yeah.
Of the natural stuff that we offer. Is there more? Of course. Is there more that's just as good or better? Sure. That is one thing that we've talked about several times. There's some option fatigue going on in the cigar world because there's more stuff than you can imagine and more stuff than you can smoke a stick at. But one thing you can count on, and I'll rip this off from Dave fair and square because he says it all the time too. We smoke all the bad ones so you don't have to. And there's not a bad one in this bunch. And it goes from the most daily, affordable, entry level, all the way up to
special occasion
and something that anybody would be tickled to death to be able to get and smoke. So we try to keep you covered with all points in between. And that's our list. If you want to know more about these cigars or more about us and things that we're doing, as well as our backstory, a little information, you can check us out at goodguyscigars. You know the rest. And I think that's it, and that's that. Be kind to one another, folks. It doesn't cost a dime to be kind, but there's always a price to be paid for cruelty. You want to do another one?
Sure.
Life's too short to smoke bad cigars. You heard it here first. One more for the good guys. Cheers, everybody. I'll be gone in the morning before the sun comes up with me and my weenie dog and my pickup truck. either way, baby, a good man, it's hard to find. I said, now either way, baby, a good man, it's hard to find.